So let's get started with our trading. I also selected all currency pairs with the most optimal payout percentage. Today we are analyzing such indicators as Bollinger Bands with a period of 13 and a deviation of 2. And also in our analysis, today we have two oscillators, both RSI. We have one with a period of 5 and the second one with a period of 10. Different periods show different price ranges, which we will focus on in both cases. The areas of oversold and overbought in both oscillators, we leave 70 and 30 as I trade. You will understand how to correctly use these indicators together. Let's start with a deal in $500. Let's get started and select our first currency pair. Let's open the first deal here for an increase. We are forming a new local minimum. Let's select the work area. We are also touching the previous price corridor in this area. We can also see this in this area of formation of a new price minimum. The price rollback occurs, the movement goes down. And also from the oscillators, we see that they are both in the oversold area. This is the area marked 30. The movement is below now. And accordingly, we will wait for an exit from this area for both oscillators. I think the rollback of dynamics here should end. That is why in this area we open a trade for an increase. Let's look at the result of our first transaction, and our first deal is closed in profit. Great start. There was nothing complicated. We saw a collision of price corridors and an update of the local minimum. Then you can record this rollback. Let's continue trading. Select the next currency pair. Let's also open a trade for $500. Let's start rimmed. Here I also want to open a trade for an increase. Let's not say exactly that, perhaps the correct entry, but here I'm guided more by the trend than by our indicators. Let's select the work area. Look, we previously had a downward trend. Now our price dynamics are upward. There has also been a slight pullback. Yes, we did not touch the lower moving average according to the Bollinger Bands. And also, we did not touch the oversold area. But in general, here we now have a restorative dynamics of movement. I think so. Our deal closed in the red. Well, that's what we expected. We had a not quite correct entry point here. Let's put 700 and continue our trading here. The deal probably should have been opened a little later. We'll continue to select the next currency pair, and let's open a deal here for a decrease, or rather for an increase. We also have a relatively good entry point here. which I can firstly record, is the indicators of our two oscillators. Both touch the oversold area. Next, we have a nice touch point here. I am interested in this area. After updating the price minimum, the movement dynamics went up, showing its upward direction. Next, we record a price rollback. In fact, the lower moving average of our channel indicator is touched. A new local minimum is updated. And here we have a more reliable signal for opening a trade for an increase. And our trade is closed in plus for $500. We are already in plus. A relatively excellent selected entry was here. Let's bet the amount of value 1,000, and we will open probably the final transaction for today. Let's select the next currency pair. Let's take a final trade here on the downside. I think it will be possible for us to change the trend in the near future. The dynamics will be more downward. This became clear to me after updating our global price maximum. Also here, the resistance area played well for us. And then our local highs began to update several levels lower, which shows us downward dynamics. Here I think we have touched the upper moving average on the channel indicator, and further dynamics should go down. Also on the oscillators, we see that the upper oscillator has crossed the area of the purchase feathers, and our final transaction closes in profit without any problems. Not a bad profit for today. Let's record it and move on to the conclusion. Let's select 1,200. Our operation is successful. This is such an interesting trade we have had today. Thank you all for watching. Good luck with your trading, and bye-bye.